Batman '89 is one of the classic Batman movies, but there are still some issues that make it somewhat less enjoyable. Although I personally love the film, here are the top 5 things that I didn't quite appreciate. Spoilers will be covered. Number 5. The cathedral walk-up scene. Coming off the epic Batwing scene and the chaos on the streets of Gotham, this scene of Joker and Batman slowly walking up the cathedral is a boring contrast and really disrupts the pacing of the movie. It's slow and uninteresting, and to make things worse, poorly lit and hard to make out. Definitely could have cut this one short. Number 4. Joker's motivation of Vicky Vale. Jack Nicholson's performance as the Clown Prince of Crime is forever iconic, but one thing about his Joker that doesn't hold up well is his driving force. So, he starts out getting revenge on the mob and eventually culminating in all-out destruction on Gotham at the parade. But along the way, he becomes infatuated with Vicky, and out of all these motivations, this is the most contrived and superficial one. I suppose the filmmakers needed to pad out the story for a longer second act and to give Joker a motivation for going to the museum. But this was quite unnecessary. Number 3. The dance scenes. And yes, I'm referring to all 3 of them. We have the museum dance scene, then the dance at the parade, and finally the dance on top of the cathedral. I like Prince as much as the next person, but in these 2 sequences it really does take you out of the movie a bit. Not to mention it gets old pretty quickly. Number 2. The comedic approach in certain moments. Now, I don't feel that every superhero movie needs to be all gritty and serious, but there are some moments when levity becomes a tad too much. Specifically, I'm referring to this scene with Joker's immensely long barrel, which conveniently takes down the Batwing in one shot. I mean, what's up with that? A longer barrel has no effect on the weapon's caliber, so if anything, this shot from Joker should have barely put a dent in the Batwing. As for other comedic moments that went too far, again we have the museum dance scene that we just covered earlier. And number 1, making Joker the killer of Batman's parents. Now, I'm not being picky about this just because it's not strictly comic accurate, but simply because there was no reason to. At this point, Batman already has enough motivation to go after the Joker given all the chaos he's caused. There was simply no need to reveal that Jack was the killer behind his parents' murder. We've seen Batman kill for less already, so him realizing that Joker was behind the death of his parents is not going to change anything in terms of the end result. In all likelihood, Batman would have still finished off the Joker whether he had any link to his parents or not. Sure, it does add some emotional depth to their final showdown, but it's still rather convenient and unnecessary. So that's it, folks. Those were the top 5 issues I had with Batman '89. Again, I still love the film for its own merit and for its contribution to the animated series, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below.